Howdy folks, it's a Tall Turtle here, and welcome back to X-Plane 11.40. We are going to continue our trek to the west in Georgia, the country of Georgia, in the Ryan Navion 205. We've been doing kind of an unofficial series of flights. We first crossed the Caspian Sea, and I enjoy this plane so much, and I enjoy the area so much, we just keep heading west from airport to airport. And I'm just going to keep going until I'm sick of it, I guess. And then we'll do some other series type thing, unofficial series, because I don't want to be committed to a series. We've done that in the past, and it's cool and everything, but it gets to be a bit much of the same thing, you know. So what are we doing today? First of all, we're going to be less chatty than the previous flights and video. I apologize for that, but hey, I had taken 4 weeks off, and I wanted to make up for lost time. So today, getting right into it, we are flying between the Caucasus ranges in Georgia. Get the full description of where we are and where we're headed in the description below, but we're starting at Tbilisi International Airport, and we're heading west to Kutaisi Airport. I didn't mark down the distance. Why not? I always put in the distance. Interesting. I do have a flight plan with VORs, though, just in case. Otherwise, mainly we are VFR. But I like to use instruments when I can. And real weather's turned on. It's kind of cloudy, and we have a 20-knot steady wind. So we'll see if this plane will even take off. We might have to turn off weather to fly this thing. We're definitely going to have a rough landing no matter what, though, at that speed of wind. Holy goodness. What are we doing? We're going to take off. We're going to tune in a VOR, and then we're going to intercept another one. Visual landing, though, no matter what, there's not an instrument landing at our destination. And that's it. Simple as that. I apparently put us with the jets. I don't know why, but that's just the only spot I could find that was open. So we're paying a lot of money to park here. But we have to. So let's get going. Let's get out of the way. They have other airplanes that need to land here. I am sure of it. So what do we need to do? We need to hop inside. We need to check our fuel quantity. Let's not run out like we did in the first leg. If you remember, we ran out of fuel. I can't imagine we're flying for 2.5 hours, but we're going to fill it up anyway. It's 9:10 local time. Let's get out of here by 9:20, I hope. Oh, let me know. Are there other liveries for this airplane? Because I can't find any. Let me know. I mean, it's really cool to have the shiny chrome and everything, but I'm just curious if there are other liveries. I like collecting liveries. I'm not a hoarder at all in real life, but for some reason, I'm a hoarder when it comes to liveries. So there's some airplanes I have with like 60 liveries. I'll never even use them, but let me know. Parking brake, is it set? It sure is. Generator on. Oh, man. I had this thing memorized so well, and now I gotta remember. It's been a long time. Battery on. Oh, ATIS is working. That's important. Where's comm on here? Shush. That's important because when we were trying to do ATIS in the B1900, it wasn't working. So it's not the sim because it works in this airplane. The only two variables left then would be the airplane itself, the B1900, not working with ATIS, or those airport frequencies weren't matched in the sim. So we have two variables left, but we know the sim is fine because it just worked. So that's good to know. Battery on, generator on, check the 3 landing gear lights. Yes. Barometer and weather. Okay, where are we? Let's see. 132.8. That's kind of funny that just worked. Oh, wait. What am I doing? That's why we have ATIS.
Show to Rustably
I can't read that, though.
INTL information Tango.
Let's see.
400 Zulu weather. Wind 310 at 21. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 6400 scattered. Temperature 6. Dew point 1. Altimeter 3012. Arriving runway 31 left, departing runway 31 left. Advise on initial contact you have Tango.
3012. There's 301. 3012. Arriving runway, departing 31 left. turn that off. 31 left. So if we look at our map on our laps here, 31 left is going to be this right here. All right. So when we leave, we'll immediately turn left and then just follow the track. Okay. Piece of cake. Good. I love having that ATIS. It's so fun. Can't believe it took me so long to start using it. All right. Reset the flight controls. I don't really think I need to. I should check anyway. Yeah, everything's working. Okay, good. All right. Carb heat off. That's over here, I think. Carb heat pushed in. Cowl flaps pushed in. Strobe and position lights. Strobe and position lights. Close the canopy. I have a preset for that. All right. Mixture rich pushed in. Props in. Throttle a quarter. Check the fuel gauges, which is over here. And fuel shut off pushed in. I check that. And I check this here as well. Fuel pump on. You're over here. Push electric starter. And there we go. Let me turn down my personal volume so we don't get audio bleed. Alright, fuel pump off after engine runs smoothly at 800. And it is running smoothly at 800. Gradually increase to 1200 for engine warm up. There we go. Must decrease when that thing gets to the red, basically. Y on keyboard to sync gyros. Watch them spin. There it was up there on this one. So now the whiskey compass and that is synced. Make sure the flaps are up, and they are because this is our flap position thing. Hydraulic power on. It was by default. Apparently it is by default. Lean the mixture. Let's bring this back to 800. Lean the mixture. And taxi. So what I say we're going to do, we're going to taxi to the left. Parking brake is off, by the way. And we really would get a pushback right here because that's a road in front of us. But we're going to do the best we can. Look out, buddy. Look out, amateur pilot at your big airport. All right, we're going to go back this way here. Let's say we got pushed back. Look at those mountains. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, so gorgeous. Plane looks good too. All right. Let's see. Let's go this way. And then I think I just said we're going to follow the road to the end of runway 31 left. So I'm going to do that. And I'll catch you in a moment. We're doing much better on time. I think we're like 34 minutes into the previous flight video at this point. Now we're only 8 in. Granted, it's an easier plane, but I'm chatting less, like I promised. Catch you in a moment. Oh, look at that plane landing. That is awesome timing, isn't it? And he greased it too, which with winds this strong, I don't think greasing a landing would be recommended. But anyway, that was cool to see that happen. That what? That windsock is even moving. Did the weather update? Huh, interesting. Alrighty, let's get to the end of this runway and get going. We are holding up traffic. Alright. We're going to stop at the other stop sign. I don't think we're using Cat 3 right now. So let's come up here. Let's slam on the brakes. Ooh. Everybody hold on. 3-1 left, as we were supposed to be. Set that parking brake. Hop inside. We're not going to do a run-up today. Landing lights on. Fuel pump confirm on. Dome light off. It is. Note the time on the clock, which is right here in front of us. 9:18 or so. Fuel rich. And flaps up or half. Flaps up fine for this. Pull back at 60, take off at 70. We have 1 minute of full throttle before we start on fire. Okay, here we go. Let's head on out here. We'll just do a rolling start because we're really holding up traffic. And we'll get going. Alright. Not too fast yet, though, till we straighten out. I should have checked for traffic first. Oh, that wind is... Oh, my gosh. The wind is already affecting us. I feel like we're drifting like a race car. Alright, let's get going here. Let's get going. Careful on those rudder pedals. This wind is really affecting me, but I'm holding it best as I can. There's 75. Let's lift off. And we're up. Very gentle takeoff. Look at that. Look at that awesome airport. Gear coming in. Flaps are already in. Hydraulic power can come off. 1000 AGL. I'm not staying runway heading, am I? Because I'm too busy looking around at this amazing scenery. Jeez. That's crazy. That is so gorgeous. Wow. Alright, hydraulic power can come off now. What else? Flaps up, hydraulic power off, fuel pump off, 1000 AGL as well. Fuel pump off. Let's try to fly straight. Climb at least 80 miles per hour. Within 1 minute, props to 22, manifold to 27. So 22 and 27. Best climb is 95 miles per hour. So where's the manifold? Manifold, bring back. There's, well, too much. There's 27 and there's 22. We'll leave it like that for now. We'll adjust as we go. All right, what are we doing? Let's get a radio set up. No, let's look around first. It's just too gorgeous to not look around first. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And we have road weather turned on, which makes it even better. Let's take a screenshot of this. Let's see, how should we do it? Trying to find a good screenshot here. None of these are good. I'll do different screenshots during sightseeing. There we go. Very cool. Alrighty, let's get our radio set up. And then we'll use autopilot so we can sightsee. Alright, so what are we doing? We are doing 113.7. Can I do this from here? Yeah, I can. 113.7. And transfer that. Okay. And we want to go outbound at 289. 289. So let's go this way. 27, 28, 289. There we go. So let's lean directly over to that needle because I don't know exactly where it is because I planned this flight a long time ago. Let's see, a little bit of right rudder. Let's just go this way. I know it's not in the mountains, so we're just gonna head towards the mountains a little bit here. Like this. What are we pointing at anyway? Yeah, okay. This will give us like a 25-degree intercept. So let's just go this way until we run into it. And then we'll straighten out. Okay, that'll work. And then after we do that, we're going to intercept 113.6. So let's do 113.6, get that ready. And then we'll intercept that one. And then that'll take us pretty much to the airport. And then we'll land visually based on the weather. All right, so let's get this heading bug spun around. Whoops, that's not, what am I doing? Shoot, it was like 31. No, that's fine. Okay, what am I trying to do? Heading bug is over here. What in the world? How long has it been since I've flown this plane? All right. Let's see. There. Oh, you know what? Let's intercept our VOR first, and then we'll get that set up. All right. So we're about to intercept it. We want to be at 289 when we do. There's 260. There's 270. I'm looking right here. There's 280. Let's level off until we intercept it a little better. And then we'll do 289. There we go. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. Let's bring that props a little bit more. Keep the throttles where they are. And let's set autopilot to captures glide slope. And that should line us up with the VOR. Good. Our altitude, 5,000. At 5,500, we'll hit the alt hold. And then we'll be good there. It is tracking that, isn't it? It seems to be a little off. It usually does. Well, now it's lining up. Okay, that's better. Good. There's 52. 5,300. We're almost there. Oh, look at that. We're missing a lot of good scenery. We got to get this autopilot set up here. 5,400. 40, 60, 80, and 55 now. Put that away. And we're going to track the VOR. And then eventually we'll do the heading bugs. We can switch to the other VOR and pick up the other one. And do that inbound. So there you go. That's it. I hope we're high enough to cross these mountains. We should be switching VRs pretty soon, though, because we're supposed to be flying in this mountain range, not into the mountains. So let's, you know what, let's set that up right now, just because this is making me nervous. Let's set this to 289. So there's 270, 80, 70, 80, 9. Switch this over to heading bug. There we go. Let's flip-flop that. And does it say off? Oh, it's not picking it up yet. Oh. Well, when it does, we want inbound at 263. So there's 260 and 161, 2, 3. Once it picks that up, we'll switch back to track. Makes me nervous that it's not picking it up yet. Huh. Okay. Or we can just fly that one. No, let's just keep it like this. Interesting. I was expecting the outbound to be very quick, and then we're going to do inbound, because I don't want to run into these mountains. We're supposed to be flying down the valley, not into the mountains. Anyway, I'm going to review my flight plan while you get some sightseeing. Enjoy, and I'll be back in a moment. So I just want to give you a little bit of update on our flight plan and why we were flying over the mountains instead of the valley. If we go back outside, you'll see we flew over the mountains when it would have been better to come down this valley here, right? Oop, weather's good update. Looks nice, but wow. All right. So anyway, why did that happen though? Well, I'll show you why that happened. If we look at the map, we are flying or following a flight plan, a flight path, right? Outbound on the VOR, then this intersection will get the other VOR here, right? This is our destination, I believe. Yes, this is our destination VOR. So when we get to this intersection here, we'll change VORs. That was my plan. However, it was probably meant for higher altitudes, and that's why I ended up over the mountains at a scary altitude. Now, if this airplane had ADF, then we would have flown to this NDB and then flown to this NDB to catch the VOR, and that would have put us down the valley instead. See, that would have been the safer route. But we don't have ADF in this airplane. At least I haven't been able to find it. I mean, I've gone over this with a fine-tooth comb, and I cannot find an ADF, which is your direction finder card, right? So we couldn't do NDBs. We had to do VORs, which is why we're on the scary path here. Just wanted to explain that. Hopefully that makes some sense. Although I sorry to interrupt your sightseeing, but I'll catch you when we switch VORs. It looks like we have a problem. The weather updated, and now it's foggy all the way down on the ground. But I'm going to keep it this way. We're going to try to find an airport in this weather. If we can't, it'll be very, very dramatic, because we seem to have a lot of drama on this channel, the flight sim, and we're going to keep it going. It looks beautiful, though. Let's have a look outside. And, wow. Stunning visuals. Let's take some screenshots of this. Just stunning visuals. Unfortunately, this IMC is not going to work with the visual approach. Oh man. Don't know what to say about this. We're going to do the best we can. Where are we at? What's going on? We're about ready to pick up the other VOR. We're just going to keep following the first one for a little bit longer here. But otherwise, nothing to say. I just want to interrupt your peaceful sightseeing just to talk about the weather, which you obviously can see for yourself. But we're going to switch VORs in a minute. It's a little bit more sightseeing for you, just a little though. And then we'll switch VORs and try to find this airport. And we'll get our destination weather and all that at the same time. So I'll catch you in a moment. Okay, it's time to switch VORs and hope for the best. Let's pull this up so we can hold our heading while we wait. What heading are we at? We're at 275. So let's, even though we're holding 289, whatever. Let's go to oh no. Let's go to no. Come on. 275. Just like this. Let's go to heading bug. There we go. Let's go back down here. 113.6, and we want to go inbound 263. So let's swing this around to 260. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. See, it should be pretty much straight in, which is what we want. Let's now bring this back to track. And now we're going to track this VOR, 113.6 at 263. Right, 40, 50, 63. Yeah, outstanding. Okay, put you away. We're at 5,000. Wait, what? How come we came down in altitude? What? Did I bump the... I must have bumped alt hold at some point. Well, let's hold alt now. When did that happen? I've been having weird autopilot issues in every plane I fly, I guess. Anyway, it's raining. It's cloudy. We have an airport somewhere. Let's get our destination weather. So what's going to happen is here's our VOR here. We're going to fly towards that and then turn slightly into it, I would think, right? Because 263, why would we be north of the VOR and use the VOR? There's 270, 40, 50, 63. See, 263. So we should be turning pretty soon. Yep, see, we're starting to lose it here. So we should be turning pretty soon. Anyway, let's get our weather for our destination. There's no ATIS. Sky conditions. First of all, 223 feet is our airport elevation. 190 at 9. 3027. So let's go 3027. 3027. 3027 there. Wind 190, so runway 19, there's that one, so 25 is closer to 19 than 7 is, because 119 means the wind is coming from here. So we have a nice crosswind from the left. Great. Alrighty, I don't know why this isn't turning us yet. Probably because the VOR 270 is right about here. Anyway, we should be turning any moment. It's not really following it, is it? We're starting to lose it. What's going on with autopilot? Let's go off and then back on and alt hold again. I said alt hold. Jeez Louise. My alt hold isn't working. I can't push. It's going everywhere. Oh, good grief. No. No. This is bad. Go. We're going to have to do it manually. Oh, brother. Okay, well. Let me get on the controls here. I can't. My controls don't work. Now they're working. It's doing that weird autopilot thing again. Look. That's because I went to manual. Stop. Thank you. Weird. There we go. There. Okay. So there's our deal. We're turning sharply to the right. Good. We got to get lined up with this thing. We got to stay level. Where's our VSI? There it is. Okay, how do you fly a plane? Well, you don't look out the window. That's for sure. You get all screwed up. So we're going to turn and line up with our VOR like this. And then we're going to be at 275 on this once we're lined up with that. So right now we're at 210. So that's about a 60-degree angle on there. So let's stop turning. Let's look at our VSI. We're descending for some reason. Let's level off because we're at 3,200 feet, which is way too low. We're just gonna, and our speed is at 50? What? How come we have no power? Oh, are we icing up? Let's get this open. No, not you. Why are we at 50 knots? What the heck? Are we gonna crash? Are we going to crash? Or is our gauge just broken? Is our gauge screwed up? Is it frozen? It must be. We must have a failure. Because we're not acting like we're stalling. I mean, we're flying just fine. I have great control of this aircraft. So clearly that's broken. Can we tap on it? Interesting. I mean, we got... What's our RPM? Where's our RPM thing on this? I already lost it. Yeah. See, look. That's great. That's great. That's just broken. We froze up. Let's turn the fuel pump on, just in case something's going to happen here. We're churning again. Okay, anyway, let's fly manually. Let's get some altitude. We're climbing slowly, which is good. Our airspeed indicator doesn't work. We're lined up with our VOR pretty soon. And then once we do, we'll turn this to whatever I said it was, 263. Right now we're at 224. Okay, we can do this manually. We're going to give up on autopilot because I don't know. It stopped tracking the VOR. Now our airspeed indicator is working. That was exciting. All right, we're going to turn a little bit more. Let's line up with this VOR. Alrighty, let's turn to 270 now, or 263, I guess, as we're lined up with our VOR. But we'll have to make adjustments for wind because the wind is coming from the left. So we'll actually have to go more to the left than 270. So the smaller number, like, 260, well, 263 is what we're aiming for, so maybe 250 something. Let's start at 255 and see if that'll compensate for the wind. If it blows us to the right, then we'll come back and track a different heading. Heading and tracking, two different things. We're still climbing a little bit. We don't want to climb too much. Well, we'll climb a little more. We'll climb to 3,500. I'm hand flying, by the way. Completely hand flying. Ooh, our oil temperature is really high. Let's bring back those throttles and get the oil temperature down. Oh my, that's scary. Is our speed really only 110? No. We have to be going faster than that. I really don't care. I'm just going to fly the plane. Get our oil temperature down. Cylinder head is fine though. Man, there's a lot going on right now. Ooh, we've used half our fuel. Okay, this is awesome. This is way more fun than putting things into a GPS and letting the airplane fly itself. This is great. I love this. We just got to figure out where we are from the airport. We don't know. We can fly right over it and not know. Well, if this spins around, then we know we flew over it because that's where the VOR is. There is an NDB just off the runway, but again, we can't use it to line up because we don't have ADF. So if we had NDB, we'd put in the NDB, line that up with the heading off the NDB right into the runway straight in, no problem. But we don't have an ADF card, so we're at the mercy of our radios. I'm glad we have them. This heading and everything should be lining directly up with the runway. Let's check a map, just take a peek. Whoops, we turned a little bit because I wasn't watching, but yeah, I can see we were on the blue path. I mean, we would be lined up pretty much with the runway. So we know the runway is at 233 feet. We don't have DME, which is our direction. Well, yeah, we gotta go to the left here. See how it's moving to the left. We got to chase that needle. We don't have NDB, so we can't line up with the runway that way. We don't have DME, so we don't know how far we are because we have to come down. At least if we get below these clouds, we can just fly over the airport and circle to land. Once this needle gets way more sensitive, then I'll know we're pretty much over the airport because it'll be really sensitive. So we'll see. Don't start coming down because we're still climbing a little bit. I don't know why we're climbing so high or so much. Okay. Cylinder head is fine. Oil temp is still up there though. I don't really know why, but we're good. Enough chit chat. I'm going to fly this thing manually, chase this VOR, and I'll catch you in a little bit. Alright, I close the cowl flaps and brought back throttles a little bit. Our oil temperature's in the green again. Our cylinder head is back in the green. It was hitting the red, so cowl flaps is not the right idea, but carb heat was because that got some stuff working again. We're just chasing the VOR, lining up nicely, straight and level flights, looking at the instruments, not looking out the window, and it's quite beautiful and scary, but it's beautiful. We see clear skies above, rain below, looking good. Alright, autopilot is working again. So I have us back on the VOR track and held the altitude at, what is that, 3,800 feet. So it's working again. I don't know why, but it's starting to work again. So things are working. We got our speed back. We're cruising along now. Props are a little fast. Bring that back. But otherwise, we're good. Again, not sure what happened. I guess things must have frozen up or iced up. But we're back on track, which means you can sightsee a little bit more now without me interrupting you because I'm not hand flying now. I was for a while, but now we're back. The only reason why we're using autopilot is so we can sightsee. I prefer to hand fly, but you can't sightsee and hand fly. So let's get back to sightseeing and take advantage of this. Alright, we should be in the vicinity of the airport, so, let's come down. I don't know if we can come down with throttles with autopilot tracking, or how we come down. Let's see, do we just slow down if I bring back throttles? Oh no, we're coming down. Good. Because it should be trimmed for that speed, so bringing back throttles should bring us down, right? But it's slowing us down instead. It's doing both. I don't want to slow down. I just want to descend. We might have to kill autopilot entirely then. What if we kill it? They trim us down. I didn't hear the buzz that it turned off. That was weird. Now we're turning. Trim us to come down and then back to tracking. Will that work maybe? We'll see. But if we come down a lot, we should see the airport below the clouds? Big question mark. I don't know. Very scary. Another reason to look at your gauges is I feel like we're turning to the right rather sharply, but if you look, we're not. We're turning a little bit to compensate for the wind, but because it seems to be having a hard time lining up, but we're not really turning. Just a little bit because of the shadow, but not super steepy like it feels like. Okie dokie. No, the autopilot is turning us more. It was fine. Let's just fly manually. Alrighty, let's see. Manual flight. Chasing the VOR is getting very sensitive. That's how I know we're probably really close to the airport. Let's bring back throttles. Let's have a really steep descent. Try not to go steeper than 1,500 though. Let's stay about 1,100. That'll be fine. Chase that VOR. It's still pushing us the wrong way. That wind is really giving us problems. Let's see if we can find an airport. We've been flying for an hour and 15 minutes. Holy cow. It feels like it. This has felt like a long flight, especially with all these clouds. Is that going to be enough? It keeps wanting to go to the right. Interesting. Let's go a little bit more steeply towards the VOR. There it is. It's getting very sensitive, so we're probably very close. So let's descend more. Throttles back to descend, not pitch down. Our temperatures are good. Our fuel is good. We're lined up with the VOR, so let's get back to 263. Let's just keep coming down and see. Oh, I see trees very close to us. So let's be careful. Altitude is at 2,400. We know the airport is at 223. So let's try to get to about, well, there we go. About 500 or so. That only gives us 300 AGL, but at least we'll see trees. Let's keep descending. Trim down here. Our speed is okay. We want to, well, we already have our destination weather and everything. Landing lights are on still. I think we left them on. Fuel pump is on. So all we need to do is get hydraulics on at 100 miles per hour. In fact, let's just slow way down in case we see the airport. And then we'll go one set of flaps today. Let's get down to about 100 miles per hour. Props forward, fuels forward. But let's keep descending and let's follow that VOR as closely as we can. That should get us right to the airport. Alrighty, turning right because the VR is to the right. Oh, and there's a runway right there. I think that's it. Okay, let's do this. Nice. Let's level off. We're at 600, so we're 400 AGL. Alright, let's get the hydraulic thing out. There we go. Gear coming down. Well, we're getting too low. Throttles, too low. Flaps. Ooh, they were floating a lot. Awesome. Good. I was turning to the right because our VOR was pointing to the right. So I was turning to the right and happened to catch the runway at the same time. Alright, there's our final approach speed. We want to approach at 75, which is that first hash mark. We want to touch down at 55, which is where the arc ends, and then we want to have nose down at 50. Easy to figure out because of the lines in this one. Good. We are ready to land. We have the runway in sight. So that's what we're going to do. Good. I'm glad I noticed. Well, I'm glad I was following the VL like I was supposed to be. It was getting really sensitive. It swung to the right, so I swung to the right, and boom, there was the airport. Holy cow. That was more luck than anything given this weather, because this is not an instrument approach. I was just using my instrument to help. Okay, enough chit chat. Let's go sterile. We already know our speeds, so I'm just going to touch down. A little crosswind from the left, so I'm going to do a little bit of left wing down, right rudder, left main down, firm touchdown. And let's go sterile and let's land this thing. How exciting. There we go. A little skiddy because of the wind, but otherwise not terrible. Flaps coming in immediately. And we want to go over to that side. So let's vacate. Can we vacate here then come back? No, that's a big X. Don't go that way. Okay. We will then... Let's just do a back taxi and get off this runway, because I don't want to go all the way down, because the hangars I want are right here at the end. So we're getting a back taxi approval. Flaps are in. Everything is fine. Let's just get off this runway as quickly as possible. Flight time, 1 hour and 20 minutes. Alright, our hangars are in sight. What you don't experience just from watching the video is how difficult that landing was with that crosswind, because a little bit of wind goes a long way in X-plane, it seemed. So I was really fighting that hard, and that was actually very challenging. So you don't get to experience the challenge. I just have to talk to you and tell you it's challenging, and you just have to believe me. But we did it. Smooth landing given the conditions. Let's just pull right into this hangar, because that's where they want us, and then we'll shut this thing down. Of course, in real life, you would stop here, and they would dolly us in. But for the sim, we're just going to go right into the maintenance hangar, right here. And we're going to stop. And we're going to try to stop. The brakes aren't working. And we're going to set the parking brake. What do we do to shut this thing down here? We need to turn the landing lights off, mixture cut off, fuel pump off, hydraulics off, strobe and position off. What else? Generator and battery off right here, and open the canopy, and there we go. Very nice flight. I love the weather. Oh my gosh, super awesome that we got this crazy weather halfway through the flight. It was much longer than I expected, but that was fine. We took the scary way. We should have taken a slightly different flight path, but I wanted to use radios so we could use autopilot and sightsee and just use radios because it's fun to use radios. But we did the best we could with what we had, and it worked out fantastic. Nice crosswind landing. I'm extremely happy about this, but it is time to hang this up for now. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I certainly did. I don't know what's coming next. Probably some Forza Motorsport 7. I'm going to plan a few more flights, and I'll catch you next time.